Have you ever felt invisible? Like no matter what you said or did, people just looked right through you? If you were ignored as a child by a parent, a teacher, a group of friends, you might have carried something from that experience all the way into adulthood. And here's what most people don't realize. The way you adapted to being unseen didn't break you. It actually built something remarkable inside you. Today we're talking about 4 traits that quietly develop in people who experienced being ignored, and why every single one of them is a hidden strength. Number 1. You became an extraordinary observer. When you weren't included in conversations, you watched them. You studied people, their expressions, their patterns, what they really meant versus what they said. Psychology shows that children who experience emotional neglect or social exclusion often develop heightened social awareness as a coping mechanism. They learn to read the room before anyone else even walks in. Think about it, you probably notice things other people completely miss. A shift in someone's tone, a friend who's smiling but not really smiling. That's not anxiety, that's intelligence. Hard-earned emotional intelligence. Number 2, you developed a powerful inner world. When the outside world didn't make space for you, you built your own. Research in developmental psychology indicates that children who feel unseen often turn inward, becoming deeply creative, reflective, and self-reliant thinkers. Writers, artists, deep thinkers. So many of them describe childhoods where they felt alone in a crowd. Your inner life became rich because it had to be. You learned to sit with your own thoughts, to imagine, to feel deeply. That's not loneliness anymore. That's depth. And depth is rare. Number 3, you struggle to ask for help, and it's because you learned self-sufficiency young. If reaching out never got a response, you stopped reaching out. That makes complete sense. Studies in attachment theory show that when children's emotional needs are consistently unmet, they adapt by becoming self-reliant, sometimes to a fault. You learn to handle things alone because, for a long time, alone was all you had. The reframe here is powerful. You are incredibly capable. You've been solving your own problems, managing your own emotions, figuring things out without a guide for years. That resilience is real. The next step is simply learning that asking for help now is safe because you get to choose who you let in. Number 4, you have a deep, almost fierce desire to make others feel seen. Here's the one that might surprise you. People who were ignored often become the most attentive, compassionate presences in other people's lives. Because you really know what it feels like to be invisible, you refuse to make anyone else feel that way. Psychology shows that adverse early experiences, when processed, can lead to what researchers call post-traumatic growth, a deepened empathy and sense of purpose. You remember birthdays, you check in on people, you notice when someone goes quiet. That's not a small thing. That's one of the most beautiful things a human being can offer another. So here's what I want you to sit with today. Being ignored didn't make you less. It made you someone who learned to see, to feel, to survive, and ultimately to give others what you once needed most. Your story isn't a wound. It's a map of how far you've come. If this resonated with you, subscribe, because every week we explore the quiet psychology behind who you are and why you're stronger than you think.